This Petracucha is entitled Performing Arts in the Pioneer Center in Reno. It explores the topic of the performing arts and how they work to improve the city of Reno. Being a violinist myself, I will use my own personal experiences and various outside sources to support why the performing arts and the Pioneer Center improve the city of Reno. The people in performing arts are vastly unrepresented in the population. There's a small percentage of people who actively participate in these types of activities. A lot of people don't think that performing arts are important, but that thought process is opposite from the truth. The ongoing art boom in Reno and the presence of the Pioneer Center for the Performing Arts, Reno is in the perfect place to expand its performing arts culture. For me, the violin has been my main outlet for expression and is my emotional outlet. Being immersed in the musical community in Las Vegas for almost my entire life, I've learned a plethora of lessons that made me a better person. The abilities I've picked up through music have proved to me how beneficial the performing arts are, and I believe that Reno is a great breeding ground for the arts. The Pioneer Center was completed in 1967. A geodesic dome building, the most famous of which is Epcot, is a unique architectural design that still holds up today, as the Pioneer Center is still one of the most beautiful buildings in the city. The 500-paneled golden dome roof shines in the sunlight and is a perfect example of long-lasting architecture. The longevity of the Pioneer Center is a testament to its value to the city of Reno. This building shows the confidence with which Reno undertook the process of cultural development. Reno didn't just want to be a gambling city. It wanted to cultivate a new side in which music and art played a large role. This new aim for the city of Reno attracted a different type of person that sparked the beginnings of change for the Reno culture.
Many amazing events occur in the Pioneer Center, one of which is its resident ensemble, the Reno Philharmonic. Founded in 1969 by conductor Gregory Stone, the orchestra was formed from the players of the many casino orchestras. The Philharmonic's inaugural concert in August of '69 cemented its role as one of Reno's most prominent performing arts ensembles. I had the pleasure of seeing one of the Reno Philharmonic's concerts on November 5, 2017. In the audience, there was a very important person by the name of Mitka Kalinsky, who was a survivor of the Holocaust. In honor of the survivor, the orchestra performed a piece for him. Mitka had tears in his eyes by the end. The fact that the Pioneer Center will continue to host events like this is proof to how this building has improved Reno. The Pioneer Center also hosts other notable musical performances, including theater and dance. One of the events that the center puts on yearly is the Nutcracker Show. The stage comes alive with the magical design and graceful dancers. The music flows over the audience, engulfing them with the enhanced experience, knowing that the orchestra is just out of sight. With the world currently hyped on the idea of a math and science-based education, it is hard to get people to think about how important the arts are. STEM is very important to our world's future, but the arts are extremely beneficial to children as they are growing up. There's a major movement of people who wish to change the national emphasis on STEM to STEAM, which incorporates the arts in addition to all the other categories. There have been numerous studies on the effect of the performing arts on the brain. One particular study compared theater students to non-art students. The theater students produce more varied and creative uses than students not in the arts. The research talked about two different types of mindsets. Converters, who came up with more standard uses, were generally the non-art people, and divergent, people who generated unusual terms. A fMRI machine was used to measure activation levels in the participants' brains, which is the stimulation of the cerebral cortex. The study found that performing arts majors showed heightened activation in parts of the brain related to generating names and language processing tasks. These results suggested that performing arts majors are taking a more linguistic approach to tasks. Performing arts, especially relating to music, can drastically increase one's processing and understanding abilities. The musical ability that relates to this is sight reading, which is one's ability to read and play music at first sight. Instrumentalists don't just read and process every note on the page. Previously learned materials like scales and arpeggios can be used to correctly predict what note will continue the phrase. Sight reading is a combination of linear text reading and graphical analysis because of the information that tell the musician what pitch to play and at what length. Some would have trouble reading the music at speed with correct intonation, which is the accuracy of a pitch in playing or singing, but more advanced reader can bypass this section with minimal trouble. Musicians understand that they have to work as a unit to create the desired effect of music. If children are introduced to the performing arts at a young age, they can have a greater success. The Pioneer Center understands this and is working to expand the performing arts to young children. The Pioneer Center has an educational outreach program called the Pioneer Center Youth Programs, which is committed to the belief that the arts are an essential part of every child's education. Recently, the arts have been on the chopping block when it comes to funding. Without the concrete facts to back up the claims of its benefits, the government just assumes that the money is better spent somewhere else. The proposal of the elimination of the endowments by President Trump would take away millions of dollars in funding to those programs and would hurt many organizations. President Trump's proposal to eliminate the arts and humanities endowments has even made a mark in Reno. The director of the National Endowment of the Arts, Jane Chu, visited Reno in March 2017. By dodging questions about the future of her company, Chu was showing her confidence that her organization would continue because of its need to the art organizations around the country. Schools have had to lay off many of their teachers in the arts departments because of its lack of funding. Without a creative outlet, students may have a hard time staying focused. The budget that schools receive to fuel education is not enough to have all the wanted curriculum. Some schools are taking steps to make sure that these classes don't get cut by making them part of their core curriculum. The arts play a huge role in the expression of people's emotions, and a cut in the funding would affect all of the music industry in some way. Classical music has been around for so long, and even though not all the general public likes it, this music has survived so many centuries it contains some of the most influential pieces ever created. From its humble beginnings in 1967, the Pioneer Center has been a gem in the city of Reno. Its national importance to architecture and culture make it a stunning building in Reno. The people who work to create the music and shows inside create a unique culture that only improves Reno. If Reno continues to expand its art culture, then it could push away the drunk gambling stereotypes of the past and launch the city into a new era. Thank you for watching my Pechakucha on the performing arts in the Pioneer Center in Reno. I've had many experiences that led me down the path of music, but the true benefit isn't just to myself, but to the world. The city of Reno has a chance to be the center of something amazing with its connection to the performing arts and the Pioneer Center. Thank you again.